Hello and welcome to a new Uniko video with me, Bev, the owner and designer of all things Uniko. Welcome back to day 2 of our Christmas almost in July product release introductions. If you missed day 1, check back in the videos to catch up on what I introduced yesterday, which was a fabulous ink and flip stencil edition. So if you like Uniko's ink and flips, that's definitely one not to be missed. Anyway, welcome to today. Today I am absolutely delighted to be introducing another addition to our Rustic Christmas collection. This is a Rustic Snowflake. I'm just getting, as I forgot before I pressed record, was to bring in the previously released Rustic stamp set. So the first one that came out, I can't remember the exact date, is Rustic Christmas with this beautiful Christmas tree. And then later on, and these have been out for a while now, is Rustic Wreath, and both these have been super popular over the years. This fun wreath, and as you can see, both of them have Christmas sentiments as well as little icons and things. So I thought it was about time that I brought out another one, and I had an idea to bring out this beautiful snowflake. So in the set you've got the snowflake, 2 little accents. You've got snow, much love, sending snow, much love, let it snow, snowflake kisses and warm winter wishes, and then this little bow which you might recognise from mid-century modern baubles, and it is a much tinier version. So these are the 2 cards that I shared today on the website blog. On this card, it does look a lot darker in photos and possibly on camera here, but this is Morning Mist, which is a VersaFine Clair ink pad. A colour that I've used here, and yeah, it looks a lot darker in photos, but it is a lot lighter. But I would have liked a slightly lighter grey, and then I've accented with Sweet Pea and Oceanside from Concord and Ninth. Add some little gems and shimmer and added obviously the sentiment. So this was one of the cards that was made during the recent workshops that I've had, the stamping retreats, and everyone really enjoyed that card. And then I wanted to show how the snowflake looks paired with the other 2 stamp sets, and I think this has come out beautiful. As you can see, I've stamped and heat embossed in gold, added some little accents, fussy cut them out, obviously a little bit tricky, but it worked. And then I've got these tiny little heart embellishments. They were from Stampin' Up quite a few years ago now, but I've still got some, they've still lasted. And then Simply Said Blocks Christmas for the sentiment, and yeah, I'm super pleased how that one turned out. And I think there'll be lots of fun had pairing the stamp. So I thought today I would come on and I would stamp a simple card. I have a little idea, so we'll see how it turns out. So I'm just putting some temporary adhesive on my card base here. Normally I don't work direct straight on a card base, but I'm going to do a bit more of a 1 layer card. We all like 1 layer Christmas cards to save on that postage, and I'm using the everyday, no, it's Christmas Sentiments, it's called, but the style of font matches all the everyday sentiments. So I'm gonna use my Misty Light here, and just so I can move the sentiment down and place it. I'm trying to get it roughly center and straight, as much as my eyes can handle it. And I'm going to stamp that 3 times down the center of my card. And I'm using the Nocturne ink, which is lovely. I love these inks, and I don't use them enough, but what I like is they really do pick up the fine details of your stamps, and I love the crispness of how sentiments stamp. So I might just have to stand up a little bit and peer over camera for that one. So I am eyeballing this a little bit. Normally I would probably draw some pencil ruler lines just to help me and guide me, but I am just winging it today. But that's come out pretty neat, pretty even. And then I'm going to do one more, and then we'll get to stamping the snowflake. So one more. So I do love these inks, and yes, I should rotate my inks a little bit more. I do tend to favour some over others a lot of the time, and I reach for what I'd say are my favourites. But I should really just play with my supplies more. After all, I did spend money on them and to get them, so I should play with them more. But we live and learn, don't we? We live and learn. So I've stamped the sentiment. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to close my card base. So I had pre-scored this, but I am just going to use the bone folder just to smooth out that edge, because I want it as smooth as possible. It's a little bit off center, but it shouldn't matter too much. It's not quite as equal as I would normally like it, but hey ho. A bit more temporary adhesive, and then I'm going to use the larger snowflake, and I'm going to stamp round the edges of my card, and I'm going to possibly alternate with colours a little bit as well. So I'm using my stamping platform again, just want it, I like how I can see through it, and just in case I don't get a perfect stamp though, I can re-stamp if necessary. But with it being a bit finer detail, it does take the ink really nicely. So I thought I'd use, I've got Charming Pink and Warm Breeze. I love these sort of pinks and turquoises, and I'm going to see how it turns out. I was a little bit inspired by Natalie's card today with those lovely bright pinks, purples, and I think she used turquoise as well. So that's inspired me to go bright for this card, and just look at the detail on that stamp. So you want really nice, you want inks that are going to pick up that detail. I find sometimes with detail stamps, if your ink pad is super juicy, you might struggle a bit with the inks pooling, with it being such a fine detail. Obviously didn't put quite enough temporary adhesive on there for my card to stop moving. I don't want to rub over where I've done the sentiment, because the VersaFine Clay does stay wet a little bit longer than I'd say your like Concord and Ninth inks. They pretty much seep and sink into the cardstock pretty instantly, whereas these do stay wet a little bit longer, especially if you're using smooth cardstock. I've been using some smooth cardstock from Lime Tree recently. I can't remember what the exact name is, but when I go to shows and I see them, I tend to stock up a little bit on their cardstock. So again, I'm just going to alternate the colours a little bit. I was faffing around there with the positioning, but I think I'll just leave it. I'll just move my stamping platform if needed. So I'm going to come up to the top here and stamp it in the pink. Just use my magnets to hold. We don't want to ruin the card with it moving. And we'll use the charming pink again. Now, it's been a while since I've used these inks, but they have kept their juiciness. I haven't got re-inkers for some of these colours, so I'm pleased that they haven't dried up with not using them for a while, which can often happen, especially with all the warm weather we've been having here. I'm pleased that they haven't lost any of their juiciness. So I'm just going to go around and basically just accentuate the sentiment there with these lovely snowflakes. Just nice and simple card. Might add a few embellishments or Nouveau drops at some point. So it's going to be a little bit turquoisey heavy, but I'll try and even it out with at least one more raspberry or charming pink snowflake. But say I had a rough idea of what I wanted to do in my head and just thought I'll just go for it before daylight runs out. I ran out of time yesterday doing videos, and this morning I went out and with Claire at Early Bird, is it Early Bird Stamps? I can't remember. Anyway, Claire, who helps me at the shows, and we met up at Ruth Gets Crafty house and had a lovely crafternoon. It was more than a crafternoon, it was a total crafty session. Having fun with the Stampin' Up hot foil new machine it was designed by Spellbinders. I have the original Glimmer, so it was nice to compare the two together, and it was nice to actually dust mine off again because it hasn't been used for a very, very long time. So it was nice to get that out again and play with some of their new hot foil dies. I treat myself to some sentiments that you're going to see soon. I'll be incorporating them in some projects. Yeah, so and getting a sneak peek at some hot foils that are coming, hot foil dyes, and some hot foil colours that are coming, so I'm super excited. So it was a lovely day to have and just spend time crafting with no particular agenda in mind. We just played, chatted, of course, and of course went out for lunch as well, so that was nice. So I really enjoyed my day, so hence a bit later today with sharing my video, but I'm sure you don't mind. The boys are back tomorrow, so at some point, so I'll be busy being around tomorrow getting bits done, because I'm sure they'll want some of my attention when they come home to tell me all about their adventures. And that is what I was gonna do. So I'm loving it, but I think we could just accent a little bit with maybe another colour and the largest of the snowflake accent stamps. So I'm just going to move these to one side. So I might actually do a little video looking at some of the hot foiling that I did today with Ruth Gets Crafty. I'm excited to show you. I need to finish up some of the cards bits that I started, so I'm going to do that and then show you them in a video and just, yeah, have a look at that, because I think they're wonderful. And some of the sentiments obviously are super generic and lovely fonts that they'll work wonderful with Uniko goodies. So I'm using what colour did I pick up here? It is Cheerful, and it's a beautiful yellow. So if you know me, I do like yellow, pink, raspberry pink and aqua together. It is one of my favourite colour combos, and I'm just going to fill in some of the gaps with this little stamp, and it just breaks up some of the solid colours a little bit. And look how easy it is to stamp that. I say that and then I mess up. It's typical, isn't it? It's not too bad though. It's like story of my life. You say something and then the complete opposite happens. You get too confident. So we were also chatting about our upcoming Christmas workshop on the 26th of September, and that's in Yeadon in Leeds. And we'll be doing a mixture of obviously Christmas projects, but also general projects. And we've also decided to incorporate the hot foil, so if you wanted to have a go, perfect opportunity to come along to that workshop and join in on the fun. I will share a link in the description to the workshop, and just look how pretty that is. Super fun. I'm not sure what gems I have left. I have so many these days, but I use them at workshops quite a bit now, so for everyone to use. So what have we got? Want some sort of plain colours to go. I might have to treat myself to some of the little iridescent ones. I must have something suitable. So I've got some pink ones, and I've got some turquoisey ones. So do them, but I don't think I've got anything yellow that I can see. So we might leave the little yellow ones plain for now. So I normally pick these up with a pokey tool. Where my pokey tool is beyond me. Super prepared as always for a video. It's usually there, it is, hiding in a pot. I have been using a little pair of tweezers, but I know I moved them the other day because then the little gems don't ping around like they are here. And that one seems to have lost its stick. I'll leave it to one side because I have got the whatchamacallit. Oh, they seem to all have lost their stick a bit. They are quite old. So what I'm gonna have to grab is my glue press and dab the glue on, and then they will stick. So I'll never throw self-adhesive ones out, just in case, because you'll be able to glue them on yourself with your fine tip glue. And I'm loving this glue press. It is so easy to use. And again, I've had this for a while now, and I haven't had to replenish the glue yet that comes in one of the one with the finer tip. So I could have done with my tweezers, but never mind, I'll cope. So it's not going to stick, so I'm going to use a little bit of the, dab it in the glue to pick it up. And I'm going to actually reverse the colours, and it'll make the gems just stand out a little bit better. And just stick them in the centres. Like so. I have got a gem picker somewhere, but obviously nothing's ever to reach, is it, when you want it or think about it. And then I'm going to add the pink ones. Could have done with a slightly brighter pink, but I'll cope with the lighter pink. I've had lots of these gems and I was gifted some as well, so and there is my finished card today. So I'll bring in the other couple of cards, which is I showed at the beginning. Be sure to check out the inspiration on the blogs today from myself and the brand ambassadors. Not everyone has been able to join in. Izzy's enjoying herself on holiday, and Vanita's parcel was delayed, unfortunately. It's taken a diversion to Brazil instead of India, of all places. Absolutely, totally random, but never mind. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed today's introduction. This stamp set will be available on Saturday the 8th of August to purchase from 9 AM BST. So I'll be back again tomorrow with our third product introduction. I think you might love this one as much as everyone at the workshops has loved it. It's definitely one of my favourites, and I can't wait to show it to you. So thank you for joining me today, and I will see you all again soon. Bye for now.